Good morning. It's a uni day today. It's still pretty dark outside. No, it's lighter now than it was, but it's been dark. I got up in the dark. So I'm leaving fairly soon, in about a quarter of an hour. I'm all packed up pretty much. I've been quite organised. I've got time to talk to you before leaving. Oh my gosh. I've got the most crazy time leading up to, not the end of term, but shortly before the end of term. I've got so much on and so many different things with different bands, basically. I had quite a week last week of it, really, because I had 3 gigs and that was on top of uni and the channels. So this week, today I've got a concert with the Contemporary Music Ensemble and a big rehearsal. Now the worst thing about it is I just don't have the right attire. I don't have the right clothing. I thought I did, and then the word smart came up and I was thinking, no, my worst nemesis. I don't like being put into a situation where I've got to wear clothing that I don't feel reflects myself. I feel like I'm lying about who I am when I wear clothes that reflect other people's sartorial ideal, not my own. I hate it. It makes me want to rip them all off and I feel agitated, but I'm going to just have to force myself to go into town and buy something smart. I might get away with not smart for today, but coming up I've got the orchestra and that is smart. Anyway, so that's coming up. I don't know what's the matter with me. Other people just do it and they don't mind. So I'm gonna have a trip to Primark. I've got a 2-hour break in between my practice rooms that I've booked. I booked myself a 2-hour break to try and catch my breath and do some desk work in another building, but no, it's going to be shopping. So I'm going to ask the porters very nicely, would they mind looking after one of my bags for me, because I have got so much to carry, because I've got to carry all shoes and clothes around. I've got a backup outfit for tonight, which is black trousers and a black t-shirt, but I'm not sure if it's going to quite cut it. Oh dear, wish me luck. Well, you never know, I might find something I like, but I think given that I've got a short window of time, most likely I'll have to settle for something I don't like. Weird foibles over to one side. I've got 2 thank yous to make. Right, I had a buy me a coffee donation from Katie. In my break from uni, I did not vlog. I did not pick up my vlogging cameras yesterday, so I did pop to Greg's. And I had, thank you Katie, I had a gingerbread latte and it was flipping lovely. It was so sweet and delicious. That was such a perfect afternoon pick me up. And also I want to say thank you to Nicola, who left a little PayPal donation, thank you very much, to cover the cost of cocoa milk, which I bought. Hang on, cocoa milk. She said she loves it in coffee, so she gave me some money to buy that for myself, and she said with the leftover, get yourself a custard slice in Greg's. So yes, I did, and ta-da! I really much enjoyed that, so thank you very much Nicola for that. I've had a really, oh my gosh, the camera's really shaking because, right, I'm gonna lift it up. So I've had a really good editing stint on the train, very uninterrupted, concentrated editing blast. I am gonna have some breakfast now quickly before it's time to get off. I always fancy the sandwich really for breakfast because it's lovely fresh fluffy bread, but this needs eating, so I'm going to eat this for my breakfast today. I've done my first lecture and I've come out for a coffee in Costa with some uni friends as well. They're just paying, but thank you so much to Ruth for this coffee from the Buy Me a Coffee link. Most appreciated. Thank you so much. Where is Imo? What are you looking at right now? Oh, hi. Glad you poked in there in the piano, see? So I've basically just had a very restorative coffee with a couple of other students. They invited me along. I didn't think I had time, then I looked at my watch again, well, my clock on my phone, and I thought, oh yeah, actually I've got time. So I really enjoyed that. So I'm feeling good now. I'm ready to go. I've got this practice room booked for an hour and a half. Lots of things to go through, so I'm going to do that. And then it's going to be like a 2-hour break. And I've had a word with the porter and he's happy to store my bag of non-valuables for me just down in the office, so I won't be quite so encumbered. And then I'm going to go into town and try and buy some concert wear. Wish me luck with that one. I'm terrible going clothes shopping when I need something that day. I kind of get a bit stressed compared to when I'm just browsing for leisure and there's no pressure. Anyway, I'm going to go to Primark, I think. Primark. I'll do the 2 pronunciations, so I've got all bases covered down. It's a South Walian old days way of saying it, I think. Primark. Right, I'm going to practice. I'll speak to you later. Just done my first bit of warm up and I'm going to demonstrate to you now why I don't like a microfiber cloth. You have these cleaning cloths in here and sprays and things. I think it must be a throwback from the pandemic. Anyway, I'm going to demonstrate. Right, hopefully it's quiet enough for the mic to pick this up. When your fingers get a bit rough in the cold weather, it grips onto all the little rough bits. You hear that? That's where I'm pushing my boundaries here. I'm going to do it right by the mic. And that's why I prefer cotton. That practice hour and a half absolutely flew by. I seem to be particularly energised. I think it might have been the coffee, to be honest. But anyway, I am going to go and use the loo and get into town. I'm going to stash my bag somewhere and get into town, yeah. And let's see if we can find a long black dress that reaches the floor. Have you met my hat yet on this channel? I think you haven't. I think I might have showed it on Shop with Imo. Yes, this is in my advent box, this was. It's actually from the kids section in Primark, but I liked it and I reckoned it would fit on my head, and it does, and it's made me happy every time I've put it on so far. I quite like wearing a silly hat because wherever you go people smile, and that just makes you feel happy when you see a smile, because it makes me want to smile as well. See, I'm heading into town now, stopped on the stairs to have a chat to another student, and she's offered to lend me a dress anyway, but especially if I can't find one, so I've got her number now, so I'll let her know if I find one or not. She reckons we're about the same size, so fingers crossed for that one. Yeah, so I've left my heavy bits with the porter. He's kindly taken that for me. There'll be a different porter having taken over by the time I get back, but hopefully it doesn't go astray. So I've got all the really important bits, like my instrument and my sheet music and my MacBook and all that in my bag still. I've left all my food there. Speaking of food, I'm going to get something from town because I'm going to need to eat so much. I'm switching the camera angles and try not to forget people in it. I've got such a long day today. I probably won't get back till 11 p.m, so I'm just going to need so many meals. And I get hungry playing as well. It makes me hungry playing the flute. I think it's quite strenuous. So yeah, I'm quite hungry already. I think it's probably a mistake me going clothes shopping when hungry, but I've got such a time limit and I'm really keen to just get on with it and get it done. So I might go into Primark now, and if I get caught really hungry, they have got a cafe, so I might go and see if they've got any sort of light bites or anything like a jacket potato or something. I don't know what they sell. Might be just cakes. I think there's about one of those occupied at the moment. I went on one of those with my daughter in Cardiff Bay, and I wasn't expecting it to be much. I just did it for her really, but I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it actually, and what a different perspective on my familiar city that I had in those moments. So I'm really glad we did it. I had a quick look in Primark. I really have to struggle to pronounce that like that, you know. It doesn't come natural to me. Anyway, I'm just too hungry, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to eat something or I'm gonna get really grumpy. But I did spy some not quite suitable dresses that would probably do. I would be prepared to try on in the fitting room. So we'll revisit Primark in a minute. First of all, we're going to the pasty shop because I thought about the cafe and I thought, no, that's gonna take time to get served. So pasty it is. Oh, look at that lot. Yummy meringues. Mind you, I eventually caved in and had a giant meringue in Portugal and it really wasn't anything to write home about, so I think I've got that out of my system forever. There's a queue. Oh, look at those. Got served really quickly and I bought a spinach and ricotta pasty. It was £4.50, wasn't cheap, but it's good and substantial. And it's actually not raining, so I'm going to sit on this bench here and enjoy it. Okay, I'm in Primark in the posh frocks bit. I'm upstairs now. I'll grab that from downstairs. That's 13 quid. It's a bit warm looking and it's long sleeve, so I might regret it, but I'm prepared to give it a go if there's nothing else. That's too short. See, I quite like that, but it's too short. What else have we got up here then? I've literally just come up. Oh, velvety trousers. No, velvety trousers actually. Maybe I could go with those, especially they're a bit flared, but does that mean they're not smart if they're flared? I just don't understand how fashion works. It's just so subjective. Like probably what's smart to one person is not smart to another one. I just don't know. What about a matching velvety top? Does that count as smart? It's a bit high up, isn't it? I need a pole to get that. It's like way up in the sky. I'm not sure if this is the posh frock section or the nighty section sometimes. I see something black up ahead. I decided against the shiny things, they were so long. Oh no, I can't wear that. It looks like underwear. It looks like lingerie. What about that then? What about that one? I could try it. Probably not XS. Mind you, it looks quite stretchy for an XS. How much is it? It's 16 quid, i.e. within budget. So I'm going to see if I can find one in my size. It's so not me, but actually I could cope with this. I'm not going to freak out wearing this, even though I do look a bit like a funny shape. But anyway, I am what I am. Shop the new socks, by the way.
I got from at the Givenny market the other day. They're a bit Christmassy actually. Well, I don't know if they are. Reminds me a bit of like baubles and tinsel and lights and things. Anyway, I'm supposed to be looking at the dress. This is Exhibit A. It's a medium. It does show up the old tum a bit, but you know, it's part of me. It's just who I am, innit? Okay, yeah, I feel okay because it's lovely and stretchy. It's not constraining. It's not going to restrict my movement at all. So yeah, this is a definite contender. I'm definitely going to get it. I did also pick up a few other options. So there's this long sleeved one. I think I should probably just not even try and put it back because that was like a reserve in case I couldn't find anything better. So I'm not even going to try that one on. I very much doubt I'm going to cope wearing a skirt, but I just wanted to put it on and see how it made me feel with that shirt, wherever it is, it's under there. It's really thin and very long, that shirt, but I'm going to try it, see how I feel in it. And I picked up the velvety things as well, thinking, well, my daughter could hem. Obviously not for today, though. Okay, this is option B. I feel amazingly chilled out in it, actually. I did think I might feel anxious wearing a shirt, but for some reason in this one I don't. It's a very thin, light material. You can see straight through it, so I've kept my vest on. I don't know if that's going to be an acceptable look. I wonder if I can see the back at all. Right, can you see there in that mirror? Well, I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. And I feel surprisingly okay in the skirt, to be honest. I should just get them, to be honest, because then I think this is going to keep coming up for me, wear black for concerts over the next 2 years, well, a year and a half, whatever I've got left. So I think it's probably sensible to have a range of outfits, because at this time of year, I think they're just back to back, you know. Right. Okay, we'll get it. Option number 3. I think it looks completely ridiculous and mismatched. And they are too long. And I would have to pay my daughter to hem them. So those are going back in there on the peg, however. But I'm going to get the shirt, the skirt and the dress. I can't believe how straightforward this has been. I thought I was going to be wandering around for ages getting wound up, and I haven't. I've been quite relaxed. I wonder what I'd have been like without that pasty. Perhaps without the pasty I'd have hated every item. I don't know. Got my clothes. I feel really pleased with myself that I managed to do that today. I'm just having a little mooch around the works, actually. I was really coming to see if they had any paper chain kits, and I can't find any. I might pop in Poundland before I head back to uni. Still got a little bit of time. I love puzzles. Well, these little 500 pieces are quite small boxes, aren't they? I wonder if it's the same size puzzle but a smaller box. I can't seem to find any paper chain stuff in here either, in Poundland, but it doesn't matter. We've got some at home. It's just like ready-made in the loft in a bag. It's just my daughter loves the tradition of sitting making them at the table. I'm a few minutes early to get back to uni, so I'm having a quick mooch around the Cardiff Winter Wonderland for toasting your marshmallows. The fun house.
Please have your tokens ready in your hand.
Nice off-peak time at the moment, so good opportunity to see things without children on. Lots of copyright music. Flying reindeer! There's a roller coaster at the end. Santa's Express. Right, I'm going to head back. There's a museum directly ahead there. Do you know, I saw a really old photograph. I think it was 1905, something like that. It wasn't there. The City Hall was there next door, but that hadn't been built yet. And there was just a photo of a lady sitting down, and that was where it was. Fascinates me to see that. I need to have a chat with them in there and get permission to film, because you're not actually allowed to film in there, but I think that you can strike up a deal with them of some sort. Viewers do not flock to museum vlogs in my experience whenever I try and do them, but I love making museum vlogs, and the ones that love them, love them. It says here by the ramp, the wheelchair ramp, need a hand to get into the museum, call us on, blah de blah, they got the number there, and they'll presumably come down and give you a hand. I haven't quite got time to pop in today. And I'm back in the room. I've got an hour in this one, and then we've got a dress rehearsal. Ooh, I'll have to get changed in time for that, won't I? I think I'm going to go for the long skirt and shirt today, and the dress for the orchestra one that's got coming up. I've just had a bit of show and tell with another lady here, the one that was going to lend me a dress from home, so she doesn't need to do that anymore. So it's quite funny in a music practice room. I've made a quick coffee. Oh no, one of my decaf instant ones. And I'm going to crack on with the piece I'm working on at the moment. Probably nobody's interested except maybe one person. So this is Walter Piston's Flute Sonata, and I'm just working on the first movement. I already did the third movement earlier in the year for my audition, though I've never played it with a piano yet, so I'm hoping to do that here as part of a recital in the future. Don't know if I'm going to do it for this academic year or the following. Whoops, I just noticed I had accidentally picked up XS of this instead of the one I had. I must have switched them, put them on the wrong hangers or something, so I've tried it on quickly, but it's so stretchy, it fits just fine even over my jeans. So yeah, we're all right, it'll do. I don't have to take it back and swap it. It's got a bit noisy in here. It's a very nice noise. It's when they get amplified and they got drum kits, I just I'd rather listen to that and practice my own stuff. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon the rest of my practice because I'm getting a bit tired and I've got a concert to do this evening. I don't know how much I'll talk to you between now and the end of the concert. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just tell you how it went. I've got quite a big break between the end of the dress rehearsal and the start of the concert. I think it's over an hour, so I might have a chat to you then. Let's see how that goes. I don't want to do any more playing though, because I'm going to wear my chops out for the concert, and one of the pieces in C by Terry Riley is a right whopper when it comes to stamina. Although we have got liberty to drop in and out as we see fit. We can be a bit creative with that, so I've found that that's what works for me just now and then. Just drop out a few bars, like a little bit, and then come back in when I'm a bit rested again. Anyway, right, I'm going to brush my hair because look at the state of it. Mind you, my hair, tell you what, it looks the same whether it's brushed or not, I've noticed. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to brush my hair, get dressed, and I'll probably get down there because there's a closer loo for getting changed by the concert hall, so I'll probably do that. Right, I'm going to get everything packed up now then. Hello, it's gone 10 p.m, but it isn't gone 11 p.m, so that's good. I managed to get a slightly earlier train than I was expecting. Well, I say slightly, about an hour earlier, because after that one, if I'd have missed that, it would have been an hour till the next one, so yippee! Home earlier than I thought. Yeah, the concert went well, yeah. My first formal concert in about 26 years, I think, because it's just not been the genre that I've done, so we were all in our concert black. I wore my frumpy skirt that I bought, my baggy shirt, and I did feel like a right frump in it, but anyway, it had to be done, so it was fine. Yes, ticked that off. It felt okay. Yeah, there was one little bit where I got a little bit lost for a few seconds, but I soon found myself, and the part was doubled up anyway, so it wasn't a biggie. Nobody would have noticed, I don't suppose, apart from the conductor maybe, but I don't think anyone else would have. Maybe the girl next to me, but you know, she wouldn't have minded. Anyway, yeah, it went good. I think the singing part went well as well. I was backstage for that, so I didn't see the bit in the middle where the singers took over for it. Yeah, so that's one kind of biggish thing done for this week. Tomorrow, got a rehearsal in Stroud or somewhere, Gloucester somewhere, in the evening, so it's going to be a late night. Oh, I got things happening. Oh, things happening this week, and after Sunday I'm gonna be a lot more relaxed because all the big things will be out of the way. But it's not Sunday yet, it's Tuesday, so I've got a way to go yet. Oh, anyway, thank you for bearing with me in this busy time. Do give the video a like if you happen to like it, if you would like to help my little channel to grow. Subscribe to watch more videos from me. I'll put a playlist or a video or something up here somewhere so you can watch more from me right now. And I'll see you in the next video. Good night.